Hey, what's up guys, Control here, and today I am bringing you a very widely requested deck. It seems every YouTube video I make, there's 20 people commenting and saying, Control, play anything Paladin. Play anything Paladin. Play anything Paladin. Looks like you hate the game. You're playing a Warlock deck and getting dunked on by even Shaman. Go play anything Paladin. So, I figured if enough people are saying it on YouTube, some of you guys must be smart. I'm not saying all of you guys are, but some of you must be. So I'm listening to you a little bit, and I'm going to try this deck out. And this is basically my first rough draft of anything Paladin. One card that I don't have in the deck that you could consider core is just Finja. I just don't really want it. I feel like the deck has enough draw already with Called Arms, Vigil, and all the 2 and 3 drops that draw cards in this deck. So I feel like cheating out the Murlocs isn't actually that big of a deal. And I also feel like it's kind of not that good against Druids and Shamans, so I feel like it's just a little bit sketchy to run. Can I just like die against the aggro decks when you play it, and it's too slow against the slow decks. But anyways, this is going to be what we're rolling with for the first little bit. So let's hop into some gameplay. Well, on the bright side, Warlock should theoretically be a good matchup for us. You might ask why. They're usually Reno or Cube. In both cases, we usually get to anything can happen. We get to draw a lot with this deck, and that usually means that you do get to the combo, which is nice. You guys excited for TwitchCon? Anybody's going? And BlizzCon is an extension. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, the dates are quite far from each other. But I know TwitchCon's coming up, so that's pretty cool. Kind of wish I was going. I don't feel like I'm necessarily like the type of person who really enjoys conventions though. I like meeting people. That's like the reason why I like it. I'm not really interested in a lot of the booths or anything there, unless there's a game that like I'm really hyped about. Like the dungeon run stuff last year was really cool at BlizzCon, but at TwitchCon it was more just like meeting people, I found. So we could just play the warrior here. It might be better later on though. It's also just getting it out, and if I trade into something and it dies, which won't happen next turn because he would have played Librarian if he could. But then this is 3 mana and it's playable next turn, so it is worth it to play, I think. Also just mana reasons, because sometimes it's relevant. A lot of the time I'll just flow mana next turn, but who knows. Play some Hearthstone, you lied down, now you're stuck. Well, you're lucky Hearthstone's a mobile game. If you have it on your phone, you're good to go. I feel like it's weird to play on the phone though. I don't know how many of you guys are like mobile gamers versus like gamers on the PC, but it feels off for me to play it on my phone. Grandpa, hey Jose, nah man, I'm in Canada, Vancouver now. Ah, you're going tomorrow, okay, cool. Jesse, I would pipe that ass in a minute, remember that. Thank you, Dragons of Friends, appreciate that. Thank you. So we could play the Murkai and just go face, sure. Push a little bit. You can't clear the Void Caller on its own, which is one of the reasons why I'm making this play. Hi, Nels. Phone feels weird, yeah. I just don't like dragging stuff with my fingers, I guess. That's probably it. Well, it's kind of awkward. Just draw. We have Tareem though, which is really nice, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't trade there at all, is that Tareem's just really good if you it's like a Mal'Ganis here or something like that. So because Mal'Ganis, he's not going to trade into the 1/1, he'll definitely go face for 5, and then we can just go and use our 3/3 to trade into his 3/3 Mal'Ganis. And yeah, I'd be pretty happy with that. Speak of the devil. I think Defile would be fine or something like that though, like it wouldn't be a bad play. But in that case I think he would have done it first, so it's like sort of the same thing where he probably just doesn't have an answer to the minions on board. Dark Bomb's fine, and then face, yep. We were talking about, doesn't make any sense to send 5 into a 1/1 to play around discard. Unfortunately for him we do have this card though, so we're going to play this card and then trade. Now, you see, the big thing about this deck is you don't really care if you get super crazy terrain value like you would in, like, Odd Paladin. All you really want to do is use this card so you don't die, basically. And let me tell you, Mal'Ganis is a card that will certainly kill you. It's a yikes from me. I could Bluegill Consec. I don't feel like we like that too much, though. I think that we like playing, like, one of these one of these and just like a hero power here. It's a really passive turn, but I think it's fine. So what beats me here is basically just cube. I do have healing to get through the Doom Guards, but it's kind of awkward. We don't have an equality, obviously. Do have a lot of draw in the hand now. Hellfire, okay. Well, he's not cubing, so that's a positive for us, I can tell you that. Happy birthday, Nels. Hope it's been good for you so far. So we can consec and then draw for 3. There's unfortunately nothing fancy with the pyro here, and I'd like to hold it anyways for quality. I think we just take the draw. I know not playing Mood Hoarder seems pretty bad, but I think this is fairly acceptable. Also kind of unfortunate that we don't have Call to Arms right now, but it's okay, that happens sometimes. Just gonna play all the 2s next turn, most likely, get them out of the hand, look for a War Leader so then our anyfin is strong. Faceless, that's fine. We just pop these and go Wild Pyro Consec, it's pretty easy. Ooh, that's kind of spicy. So now you gotta ask the question of whether I even want to play the Thalnos. We could technically deal 4 damage to all the minions, leave them with a board of 1/3s, but that's kind of bad for us still. Because we don't actually get through a board of 1/3s, and it sort of just kills us unless we get an equality. At the same time, this board's kind of just killing us though. I think I just like to play 2 cards to draw me cards and then heal for 10 there. That seems acceptable. It's not great, but it's a pass. Much like my performance at literally everything in life. I mean, some things it gets worse, but usually it's not great. Just a pass, you know? Hey, let me check my OBS real quick. Yo, thank you for the 1. Let me double check what that was on my dashboard. Thank you, though. For utilizing quest mode. Appreciate that. If you guys want to check that out as well, you can get free tips or subs. Click the quest mode link in the chat. It's a bot that sends a message about every 15 minutes or so. But thank you to whoever that was. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, Doomsayer is good. So actually the Call to Arms here pulls literally a Doomsayer and 2 Protectors, which is good. And then we can Thalnos Consec after. So this is actually fairly good, I think. I just flood the board here. I mean, I'm not really concerned if he wants to go ahead and play, like... What am I thinking about? 7 mana card. Godfrey. It doesn't really matter. So I hold Thalnos. I play War Leader and I play Bluegill. But I don't attack, I don't think. Because if I attack, he gets more attacks into this, and I don't like that, so just pass. Yeah, it's not good. Hey, thank you, Sky. We appreciate it, man. Thank you, dude. Murlocs getting past 3 Void Men. I think it can happen. I don't think it's really that tough because of specifically just the Thalnos Consec, right? The big deal for us is whether he has N'Zoth or Gul'dan, and based on his hand, it kind of looks like he does. Just based on the 4 cards here not being played for so long. But you never know, right? Cube, okay. Unlucky. I believe he only gets 1 though, because these Death Rattles go off first, so it's not like the end of the world. It's just fairly bad, yeah. Okay, so again, fairly bad, but not the end of the world. So we might just do this here, I think. It's probably just fine. Only having 1 War Leader is kind of bad, but I think it's okay. That gives me time to have 1 more natural draw for the 2nd War Leader. So then go Thalnos Consec plus 2nd War Leader. But boards like this is kind of one of the reasons why I was sort of hesitant to play this deck. Because I feel like while it's sort of interesting, it doesn't really have any new tools to compete with the newer broken decks. Okay, I feel like he's going to play Gul'dan if he's going to do stuff like that. Huh. Okay, Equality actually doesn't clear anything because of Malaganis. It's kind of funny. It's 4, 7. Okay. Well, we have one kind of out. It's not even an out. It's just kind of fancy. So we do this. We muster, and then we get Equality. No Equality. It's kind of unlucky too. Double Equality bottom 4 is pretty bad. Same with Called Arms. Can't do much. I think I played that one pretty well though. Sometimes you get lucky in Hearthstone. Post the deck code. Everything's a 2 of except for Forbidden Healing. It's a 1 of. I don't think Muster for Battle is very useful against Priest. I kind of just have it in the deck for the fast matchups. So like even Shaman is good against. It's less good against them because of Maelstrom. Odd Rogue it's really good against, and same with Odd Paladin. It's kind of just one of those where like it was the 29th, 30th card in the deck, and I was just like, what's a really strong Paladin card that'll get me through the early game? And what comes to mind generally is stuff like Called Arms and Muster for Battle. Called Arms is just like core in this deck because it literally draws you 3 cards, which protect your life, help you trade, or draw you cards, which is all perfect in this deck. Hey, happy to be here, medics. Is the cutting going? Oh, that's okay. Big Priest, fun stuff. Well, at least my deck's good into Big Priest. Unfortunately, you got the statue. That's arguably the worst one for him to pull. But okay, gonna hero power first, so my cards can stay alive. Do the bonk. Got lucky on that. Cool stuff. Trade, see what's up. Equality is really good, and trade again, so he has to res that. If he uses the Resurrect spell, it's a 50-50 now. I'm just gonna jam the Doomsday, get the reset. Next turn, play Called Arms, cycle my deck. And hopefully we can naturally draw some War Leaders. So Murloc say, Digital Athlete of the Year, baby. It's my merch store. It's a really good draw because now I don't pull it from Called Arms as one of the most likely draws, which is nice. So this is just nice. He has to pass here, or just like plays 5-5 and let it die for the res, which I'm fine with. But just like literally draws 4 cards from my deck for 1/5 mana card. Really broken. Perfect. And with how the interaction works, like they all died on my turn, right, with the Doomsayer. So it actually works really, really well with Solemn Vigil. So now we can just jam that. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we coin the Called Arms here. And draw 3 more. Absolutely broken turn. 7 mana, draw 5. It's gonna be 6 after Loot Hoarder's dead. Like, it's the only reason to play this deck is like a counter Priest deck. And the thing is, if you want to beat Big Priest, Kingsbane's more consistent in my opinion. Just because there's less pieces of the combo that are absolutely crucial. Like if you look at this deck, I just haven't drawn my War Leaders, and since I haven't drawn my War Leaders, my combo won't be good. Which sucks, but that's just the way it is. I don't believe they run in Tomb, so I don't really have to worry about that. That is an issue sometimes though. In previous metagames, Big Priest could do that, even if it was incorrect they would. And then they could entomb like your Murkai or War Leaders, so you'd have to try to suicide them. Like sometimes one of your best plays with Equality in this deck would just be double War Leader while Pyro Equality to kill both of your War Leaders. It's sort of funny. Probably just gonna Hero Power to Reign, I think. Maybe not even. I don't really want to do anything because if I play Muster for Battle, then he can just Psychic Scream. That's 4 cards in my deck that I don't want. If you look at my deck, I kind of have almost no card draw left. So I think I'm just going to do that and pass. Hey, Shaman. I'm doing well, man. How are you, dude? Say control. Hey, hope you're having a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. So here we're just going to play War Leader Tareem. And give him the bonk. Get rid of that Lich King real quick. So that's good. After the War Leader dies, we'll have an acceptable amount of minions to go in with anything can happen. You always want to wait for the second War Leader, but sometimes you just don't get to. It's important I do it like this, otherwise we miss out on one. Also, the statues can even beat second. Anything can happen. Which gets really awkward, but it's okay. I could have just traded both the small ones, I guess. Why is Millhouse Manastorm OP when you pull the Call to Arms? If not, it's trash. Nah, that card's just bad, man. Because you draw a lot of the cards that you get from Call to Arms a lot. And when you draw Millhouse Manastorm, the card's just really, really bad. Okay, I think we just go for reset here. If he has Spellstone, it's pretty bad because I don't have second reset. But I still have Contact, I guess, so technically I do. So it's not really an issue. This is 5. Not quite a clear, unfortunately. I mean, this dies anyways, right? So it's not an issue. Sorry, it's not relevant. I just do this and hope that he doesn't have a top minion this turn. Because if he doesn't, then we just play anything, we go face, we win. It's pretty straightforward and I'm just overthinking it. Unlucky. So sometimes we actually don't win here. And he's got the res too. Yeah. Lucky though. Lucky. So I'm gonna actually Quality and Evil so he has another bad card in his deck to draw. I'm not gonna make a 1/1 because I just want anything. So again, what we lose to is him making more statues, otherwise we're fine, even Lich King's not an issue. Problem with statue is that it heals him and it also kills one of my minions, and I have to trade a minion that dies into him as well. That can be Spellstone. Spellstone on average here means... Okay, well I still lost a big priest, unfortunate. Can try to win, but... It's one of those, man. And that's why you don't play anything, Paladin. Okay, that was fun for a bit, I guess.